Welcome to our channel, English Coffee Time. I'm here to help you improve your English. Today, we will talk about how to reach the C1 English level. Reaching the C1 level in English is an impressive milestone. At this level, you'll be able to communicate fluently, understand nuanced expressions, and engage deeply with complex topics. However, this journey requires a strategic approach to learning and consistent practice. Let's go through some actionable steps and effective strategies that can help you advance to a C1 level in English. First, let's look at what the C1 level represents. At C1, you are expected to understand a wide range of longer and more challenging texts, express ideas fluently and spontaneously without much searching for words, use language flexibly and effectively for social, academic, and professional purposes. Produce clear, well-structured, and detailed text on complex subjects. So reaching C1 requires a balance of vocabulary, grammar, comprehension, and conversational skills. To get there, let's start with building a solid vocabulary base. A rich vocabulary is crucial at C1, but memorizing random words alone isn't enough. Focus on high-level words that are frequently used in advanced texts and discussions. Here's a way to approach vocabulary growth at the C1 level. Choose words. Contextually. Instead of memorizing isolated words, learn them within phrases or sentences. Reading extensively in English is one of the best ways to pick up vocabulary contextually. When you encounter new words in a story, article, or speech, you can better understand how they fit naturally into sentences. Learn synonyms and nuanced meanings. At the C1 level, understanding nuances is key. For example, instead of just learning happy, try understanding variations like delighted, content, and satisfied. Each carries its subtle differences. This will make your language sound more natural and sophisticated. Use a vocabulary notebook. Keep a vocabulary journal and group words by themes, like business English, academic terms, or emotional expressions. This makes it easier to revisit and recall words related to specific contexts. Grammar at the C1 level involves a strong understanding of complex sentence structures. Instead of just focusing on grammar exercises, try these strategies to internalize advanced grammar. Focus on complex structures. Master structures like passive voice, conditional sentences, and various clause types, such as relative clauses and participle clauses. These structures make your English sound more natural and nuanced. Pay attention to conjunctions and linking words. C1 level speakers use words like although, whereas, consequently, and nevertheless with ease. Practice using these words to connect ideas smoothly in both speech and writing. Speak and write regularly. Use what you learn by actively speaking and writing in English. For example, try explaining your day using complex sentences, or write an essay on a topic that interests you. This active use of grammar will help solidify it in your mind. C1. Listening comprehension should extend beyond everyday conversations. You should be comfortable understanding complex discussions and identifying subtle meanings. Here's how to advance your listening skills. Listen to podcasts, audiobooks, and news. Choose podcasts and audiobooks on topics that interest you. These will expose you to natural English, as well as different accents and levels of complexity in discussions. Challenge yourself with TED Talks and documentaries. TED Talks, especially on technical or scientific topics, are excellent for developing your listening skills. Speakers often use complex sentences and vocabulary, which will push your understanding further. Practice active listening. Don't just passively listen. After listening to a segment, try to summarize it in your own words, or pause and try predicting what the speaker will say next. Active listening sharpens your comprehension and retention. Fluency at the C1 level means expressing yourself clearly and spontaneously on almost any topic. To reach this level, Practice speaking with emphasis on fluidity and depth. Engage in English conversations regularly. Make it a habit to speak in English with friends, language partners, or online tutors. Focus on expressing complex ideas clearly, rather than simply getting by. Tools like language exchange apps can connect you with native speakers or other learners. Practice debating and explaining your opinions. Pick a topic that you're passionate about, and practice defending your opinion or explaining your perspective. This helps you become more flexible in your speaking style and builds confidence in discussing diverse topics. Shadowing technique. Shadowing involves listening to native English speech and repeating it exactly, matching the speaker's intonation, speed, and emphasis. This technique helps improve pronunciation and helps you get used to speaking more naturally. At C1, writing skills should also include clarity, structure, and attention to style. Here's how you can enhance your writing. Practice different writing forms. Try essays, articles, reports, and emails. This variety will expose you to different language structures, tones, and vocabulary. Practice structuring your writing logically with clear introductions, supporting ideas, and conclusions. Read high-level texts. Reading advanced texts like journal articles or opinion pieces will expose you to professional writing styles. You can then imitate this style in your own writing. Use online writing tools. Tools like Grammarly or Hemingway can provide feedback on your writing. These tools can point out common mistakes and suggest improvements in style and structure. Reading at C1 goes beyond understanding basic content. You should aim to analyze and interpret complex material. Read a variety of content. Explore novels, newspapers, academic articles, and essays. A mix of fiction and non-fiction will expose you to a wide range of vocabulary and sentence structures. Practice skimming and scanning. Skimming helps you get the general idea of a text, while scanning is useful for finding specific information. These are valuable skills, especially when reading lengthy texts. Summarize and analyze. After reading, try summarizing the main points in your own words. For complex material, consider analyzing it more deeply by discussing themes, tone, or underlying messages. This will enhance your comprehension and critical thinking in English. Finally, to make steady progress, set specific, achievable goals. For example, aim to learn and use 10 new advanced words per week. Set a goal to read one English article daily and summarize it. Dedicate time each week to speaking or writing about a complex topic. Creating a consistent learning routine is essential. Set daily or weekly goals for each language skill, reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and track your progress. It's also helpful to evaluate your progress by taking practice tests or getting feedback from a teacher or language partner. Reaching C1 is no easy feat, but it's achievable with a structured approach and determination. Focus on growing your vocabulary, mastering grammar, and developing all 4 language skills through consistent, targeted practice. Remember, fluency and flexibility at this level come from using English in real, meaningful ways. So keep challenging yourself with complex topics and push your comfort zone. With dedication, you'll not only reach the C1 level but also gain the confidence to use English effectively in any context.